Portal is my gold standard for puzzle games. It teaches you its ideas well, and it's up to you to experiment with them until you find a novel solution. It's run on a short gameplay loop. 1. Investigate the elements of the puzzle and learn what it wants from you. 2. Figure out a solution through experimentation and brain power. 3. Execute the solution. And 4. Get your juicy reward, which is progression and feeling like an absolute genius. Except if things break down on step 2. If you can't quite figure it out, it becomes frustrating and you feel like a doofus who just doesn't get it. When you finally do get it, reward feels more like relief. All puzzle games and even other genres featuring puzzles struggle with this. It's largely avoided through rigorous playtesting and countless design iterations. Still, it's a very hard problem to get to the bottom of. But the Outer Wilds has a solution. Sometimes in Outer Wilds I went through the same frustration and relief cycles. But sometimes when I got stuck in this beautiful game, the puzzles kind of solved themselves. Or I found the solution written down somewhere. Like, hey, here's that solution you were looking for. Which sounds like it defeats the purpose of puzzles entirely and is totally boring. But it's really not. Not the way this game does it. Because it does it through exploration and discovery. Outer Wilds is filled with tons of little puzzles, of things to learn, to figure out and discover. Tons. To demonstrate what I mean though, I'm going to have to spoil just one of them. Just one puzzle in a game full of them. Okay? Here we go. I learned from logs that there was an expedition to the interior of this comet, but I couldn't find a way inside myself. I tried circumnavigating it, looking for an entrance. I tried cracking its surface by bashing into it with my ship, but nothing worked. So there I stood, sat on a comet, scratching my head when I heard it. The ice just opened up under my feet. Why? Oh, the sun! The sun heated the surface, it cracked the ice. It just scienced. This game just scienced at me. That's so cool. And then like my ship got incinerated in the sun, but it was awesome anyway. I progressed without actually solving anything myself. I didn't create the solution, I discovered it. Through exploration, you can discover solutions. Sometimes it's just by being in the right place at the right time. Sometimes it's dumb luck. Other times, it's literally by reading the writing on the wall. You can now work backwards from the solution to figure out what happened and why. You can trace the effect back to its cause. This discovery is still learning. It's still puzzle solving, only in reverse, and it's equally as rewarding. Just look at the reaction people have to this kind of discovery.
Oh! That's what the sound is! We're near the sun!
It's the mind blown meme. It's cosmic wonder, the happy cousin of cosmic horror. It's not a test, it's an experience. Is that an equal reward though? You don't feel like a genius when you're handed the answers. I've even criticised this myself in great detail in my Sherlock video. And it's often possible to only come to the right conclusion because the game printed it right there on the screen, feeding you the answer. Get it right and you feel no sense of accomplishment. But it's different in Outer Wilds. First, it's not a detective game. It's an exploration game. Discovery is fun and it's part of the fantasy. It's why we're here. When I'm trying to be Sherlock, lucking into or being told the answer goes against the fantasy. Here, it plays into it. Second, the solutions you discover come from these planets, this solar system, and its history. So whether it's right place, right time, blind luck, or reading the writing on the wall, it doesn't feel undeserved, like alt-tabbing and Googling for hints. because you worked to get here. It feels like earned rewards for your exploration. Discovery is a replacement for overthinking paralysis or brute force trying everything. It's a second backup loop that ensures fun doesn't turn into frustration. By design, it's impossible to be stuck on this puzzle for more than the few minutes it takes the comet to complete an orbit. In other situations, the game actively discourages stubbornness by resetting the time loop and sending you back to the start, where it's much easier to go exploring or move on to a different problem. Yeah, the game runs on a Majora's Mask style time loop. That's not a spoiler? Well, if it is, it's literally written right there on the store page, so blame the developers, not me. They're different genres, but not since Portal have I played a game that felt so groundbreakingly original. A game that felt like a totally new experience. Unfortunately, both these games are impossible to enjoy half as much on a second playthrough. You only get one playthrough of Outer Wilds. So if you haven't played it yet, take your time and enjoy it. I envy you.